Hi, my name is Tegan, and this is going to be the storyline of my high school experience. High school, I don't want to say was the best 4 years of my life, but it was definitely 4 years that molded me. Well, let's correct this. Let me just get this straight. 3.5 years of high school. My senior year got cut short due to coronavirus, which is very sad, and I feel very bad for all the other seniors going through this because it literally sucks so bad. Not being able to have a graduation, like we used to have block parties with our whole grade. We just didn't get to do anything. And that's always the question people ask me. They're like, are you sad that your senior year got canceled? Like, of course I'm sad. It's so sad because we as a grade never really got our closure together because our last day of school, we did not know it was our last day of school. So I'm pretty sure it was the 13th of March, but it was a Friday, and I remember going to school and all of the coronavirus cases and stories and stuff had just started coming in 2 weeks before, and I remember all my teachers talking about it, and all my teachers told me that there was no way we were going to be getting out of school, and that we were hoping, we're please let us get out of school, we do not want to be here, if we can just get a week or 2 weeks off. See how that worked out. Yeah, all my teachers expected us to come back on the Monday, and we literally never did, which is so sad because I definitely had oh my god, I'm crying, I hate this so much, but I just cry really easy. So I had so many teachers that shaped me this year. I have a lot of people I want to thank for making these the best years of my life, so I'm going to hopefully find a way to do that throughout this video. But I basically came up with a list of the most important parts of my entire high school through freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. I'm just going to read through them and reminisce. My freshman year started in 2016, and the summer before I started high school, I went on a huge Europe trip with my dad and my brothers, and we went to England, Spain, and France, and that trip really got me so excited for high school and to start the new chapter of my life. Going into high school, I didn't really have any friends because I had my friend group from middle school, but I didn't know anyone else because I didn't grow up in the area. I never grew up with any of these kids because I moved around so much when I was little, so I kind of stayed on the outside of things and was more known as the weird kid. Then around November time, I joined theater and I started trying to get into the theater club, and I became friends with all of them. January 16th, and it is 2017. Today I'm going to be singing Alexander Hamilton by Hamilton, but I'm so excited because formal's coming up and I'm really hoping will ask me. Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took a book collection just to send him to the mainland. But this was definitely a huge year for me because if I wouldn't have done it freshman year, I would have always wondered what if I did it, because I do love theater, I love acting, but the theater, musical, that is not my thing, that's not my passion at all, and that's what I learned through freshman year. Hey guys! Hey guys! Hey guys! Today we're vlogging. Do a model. Let's make some dope. I also got my nose pierced freshman year, which didn't last long. It was only in for about a year, but here's some clips of that, some pictures of that. Hi everyone! I do actually miss it. I had to take it out for modeling, but you know, things happen. I also went to my first concert with Daphne. So yeah, that was pretty much freshman year. Not much happened. I had braces. I was just weird. Sophomore year came around and I got my braces off on the first day, and I was so hyped that I was checking out on the first day. I was oh. So I was really hype about that. Honestly, sophomore year, there wasn't really too much to it, or I didn't really video that much. That's the thing, I'm sure there was a lot that happened, but I'm trying to base this only on stuff that I have clips of so you guys can actually see it or visualize it. But I did have homecoming that year. I don't think I went to homecoming freshman year, but
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Hi vlog!
Hi! I'm kidding. Wait. I'm kidding.
I went to homecoming sophomore year and I had so much fun.
Let's do it, you and I know. Be humble. Be humble. Hey. Sit down.
At this point I was doing a lot of like video projects for my class, especially my English class, and the cool part was I could do them with my best friends Inyave and Daphne, and so we would hang out after school and we would just like film these like English projects, which are so funny to look at now. That was just such a fun time in my life. This is the year I also got into modeling, which is the biggest part of my life now, and I hope it is for a really long time. So forever thankful for this year.
I just want to say this. Wait. You're my best friend and all, right? You got a homecoming this week.
So I just first of all wanted to say thank you. This is like, I just was not expecting this. Like, you're just such a great friend to me, the bestest of friends. Like, I feel like this was such a monumental moment, but I don't really know what monumental means. I know like what monuments are. Well, actually, DC monument. Anyways, I don't want to like chat too long. Sophomore year, I also began starting to vlog more and becoming more comfortable with my YouTube channel and like showing people who I really was instead of trying to act like, I don't know, someone that they would like want me to be. I also had my first boyfriend. Thank you, Murphy, for taking that bullet. Yeah, I don't know. Sophomore year, honestly, don't really remember too much from. Now on to junior year. I, of course, started my first day with Inyave. Inyave's been my best friend, literally since 8th grade, and we always do our first days together. Inyave's coming over so that we can, like, actually go to school together, because we do that every year. Except not anymore. I want to cry. But yeah, we always used to like get ready together for first days. Now we can't, so junior year was a huge year for me, and I would honestly say junior year and senior year like shaped me completely to be who I am. Junior year is when I met my friend group, and we're like called the Diddies. Yeah, I love them with my whole heart. Both Jax, JC, Jaden, Mitch, Gemma, Michael, Bridget, Chloe, and me. The best group of friends. So yeah, having my first like solid friend group, the Diddies, was super nice, and I like actually felt like I had a place in school rather than like being the outsider. I continued filming a lot in this year, but this was more of like in-school projects that I was filming, but I love filming, so I loved being able to use my like filming and do school projects with it. Really dope. And then my birthday, I turned 18, and this is a clip of me getting arrested, but really we just asked them to make it look like I was getting arrested. And then this is the year I started dating Will, which is my boyfriend now. I love him so much. I started dating him in February of junior year, and yeah, the rest is history. But we had the block party since Will was a senior last year. He was graduating, and all of my friends, we had friends in like the older grade, of course, so a lot of our friends were graduating, which was super sad, but also like very bittersweet to see them go. Now on to senior year. This year has literally been the most amazing thing. I like don't want to be dramatic and cry, but I might have to. So of course the first day of school started again with Inyave, and I loved being a senior. Like, being a senior is the best. That's the bottom line. There's so many perks to it. Oh, and another funny story, when I was a junior, I went to prom with my boyfriend Will, and they thought I was a senior, so I never ended up having to pay for my prom tickets, which usually prom tickets are like $50, so it was super dope, and I will forever cherish that memory and that money saved, even though I definitely like just spent more on my dress or something. I don't know. I brought my internet friend Annabelle, who I've been friends with all through high school. Literally love her so much, but I brought her to a football game. It was like one of our home games. She just got to meet all my friends, and truly an experience that I will never take for granted. Like, that was amazing. And this year is also the year I started traveling to other schools, because the beginning of senior year I did not know where I wanted to go to college, and so I had to travel around to see what schools I liked. So of course I visited Tech a bunch of times to see Maya, and then I visited Charleston, and that's where I fell in love with Charleston, and that's why I'm going there. But yeah, homecoming was so bittersweet. Loved homecoming. We went to Sakura, which is this not that good. We went there for homecoming, and we went there for, I think we went there for prom, honestly. I can't remember, but Oh my god, stop. That's so sad. I literally just said I think we went there for prom, talking about this year's prom, but we just never had it. That's why I can't remember what we did, because it never happened, and it will never happen. Anyways, homecoming was a lot of fun. So then, throughout senior year, I've easily had the best group of friends. I love my grade. Thank you, Chloe and Inyabe, for being there for me the most, always. And Bridget for always letting us, the whole grade, throw it down, you know. Rachel and Jenna, my two baby juniors who are gonna be seniors next year, and they're still in high school. I don't know, I just really had the best group of friends. My parents also moved at the beginning of this year, and so that's when I moved in with my boyfriend, which definitely shaped me a lot. It made me become a lot more independent very quickly. I feel like it pushed me into college more because now I know what it feels like to live without my parents. I know what it feels like to do my own dinner every night, you know. And so I think that's definitely got me like more ready and more excited to move into college, because I'm just ready to go. Like, get me up in the college, put me up in there, put me in the dorm, leave me. Yeah, I moved in with my boyfriend, which was also a huge growing experience. I love Will and I love living with him, and I've learned so much about him, and I love his family. His family has been the sweetest people to me. He has like the literal best family. His sisters Olivia and Mia are the best, and Jack, so sweet. And his younger sister Mia is in the grade below me, so we usually hang out or like are at the same event, school event, I don't know. But I'm just very thankful for that. Then came Sadie's, and I actually asked Will, because if you don't know Sadie's, the girl asked the guy, and so I asked Will. I also just wanted to like put this out here because it was like a huge part of my senior year, but I only took 4 classes in senior year. I had 2 classes a day, and so I really wasn't in school like ever. Like, I was never in school. In the mornings I would wake up and not have a first block, so I would go to the local coffee shop around me and get coffee every single morning before school, and then I would like leave school early because I had the early release. So it's not like I was like ever really in school, but it still impacted me in such a huge way, and I still got all my work done. I've been like a straight A student continuously all through high school, so I think finding like a balance between your schoolwork and your friends is always an important thing to do. I also got a tattoo my senior year when I was in Miami, not related to the school, but I did show it to all my teachers, and I think my teachers were genuinely worried for me. So that is the recap that I have written out on my laptop, the like main points, but I wanted to go a little bit off and first show you guys this. It's my little graduation thing, but I wanted to show you guys because, you know, we are family. So sophomore year I worked at Panera, and this was like my first ever job. It definitely taught me so much and made me very independent very quickly, and I didn't like having a job at the time, did not like respect the hustle at all. So I worked there for a very long time, and then I didn't anymore. So then junior year I started working at Smoothie King, which I loved working there as well. They have bomb smoothies, but you know, that just didn't work out too well. Senior year I worked at the dry cleaners with my best friend Chloe, which was such a fever dream, guys. Like, I cannot even explain to you how happy like just the thoughts of like this job like makes me. It's not like we ever really had to do like work. It's whenever we talked about going to work, it was like a place for us to hang out and like get paid. I mean, we did do our work like obviously to get paid, but it just felt like a movie. Like, we would pull up to the laundromat together, like me and my best friend in our bummy clothes, like ready to work a 3-hour shift. We literally worked like I think it was 3.5 hours once a week. Every Wednesday we would go after school, and I don't know, that's definitely a huge part of my high school career. Like, that shaped me. I loved having that job. I don't want to back, but it was an amazing part of my life, and not that my teachers are ever gonna see this, but I wanted to just put it into the air that I'm very grateful for my teacher, Miss Wiley, or Miss Anderson, because she was my English teacher senior and junior year, and she has made such a huge impact on me. I hate crying. I don't know, she shaped me a lot. I would like go into class and tell her all my stories. Like, I would go into her class on a Monday and be like, oh, Miss Wiley, I have some stories for you, and just spill everything. I don't know. This is like hard. I don't know if I'm even gonna put this in here because I don't think I've ever cried on video before, but it's hard. The reason I'm crying right now, I think, is because when we found out that we were never going back to school, it was not real. At that point, it was more of just, we have summer early, like I'm still gonna be with all my friends, and I don't know, everything just changes so quickly. High school has been such a great chapter in my life, and it like sucks that it has to end this way. Like I can't even, I guess, like do it properly. I actually have my virtual graduation that's gonna be held online, and I have that next Saturday, I think, so they'll put a picture of me up, which will be nice. But overall, I am so thankful for everyone I met in high school and all my friends and all the fun nights, like all the girls' nights, all the weekends, everything, football games, school events. Didn't go to a single pep rally senior year. Okay, I feel like at this point I'm just mumbling and looking ugly, so I'm gonna finish up this video, but goodbye high school. It's been real.